Thank you for joining us, America. Lacey is with us in South Bend, Indiana. Hi, Lacey. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. My question is, I want to know how to convince my boyfriend that buying a truck is not a good buy, which he's already bought it a year ago, but he thinks just because he can make the payments, he can afford it. And I need to figure out how to convince him otherwise.
How old is he?
24.
What's he do for a living?
He is a lineman.
Okay. Well, here's the thing you need to keep in mind. All right, most of us, the statistics tell us that our income and our ability to build wealth will be within 10% of the average of our closest 10 friends. So whoever he's running around with is telling him he's a genius and they're all broke people. You follow me?
Yes.
And so that's the thing you have to think about. Now, there's nothing wrong with anything you've told me about him. You know, he's probably making pretty decent money, and he probably works his butt off.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. And the problem is, though, that the people he's running around with are not financial geniuses. They work hard, and they spend all their money. They have nothing, even though they make good money. And that's the track that he's on. Because anytime you say, I can afford it because you have payments, what that means is that you don't understand how to build wealth. Because I can afford it doesn't mean I have payments. I can afford it, when rich people say that, it means they bought it and paid for it. As long as you have payments, you're giving away your most powerful wealth-building tool, which is your income.
Okay. So how do I convince him?
Well, number one, you can't make anybody decide to believe something. And so if he's not open to the discussion, then he's not going to be convinced. But if he really is interested in building wealth, if he's interested in becoming wealthy over time, then he needs to study that. And as he studies that, real quickly, he's going to understand that, you know, wealthy people don't have car payments. And it's not that they got rid of their car payments when they were wealthy. It's that they became wealthy when they got rid of their car payments. Because here's the deal. Here's an example. If you want to write this one down, it'll help you. Okay?
Okay.
The average car payment in America is $486 over 84 months.
Okay.
If you were to invest that amount of money from age 25 to age 65, instead of keeping a car payment your whole life with the philosophy of, oh, I can afford the payment, so I can afford it. If instead of having that philosophy, you didn't ever have a car payment again, and you paid cash for your cars and you invested that amount of money, you follow me?
Yep.
You'd have $5.6 million.
Okay.
That's what car payments cost you. $5.6 million. So most people, if they did one thing only, and that was never have a car payment again and invested a car payment every month in an investment, would be multimillionaires. With what most people spend on car payments, if they just put that amount only, if that was their only financial move, see, that's how powerful this is, this idea of not having payments.
Right.
And so it's not just a million, it's millions of dollars. So that car that he's driving, that truck that he's driving, is a $5 million truck. That's freaking expensive.
Yeah.
It's actually not that. It's actually not that truck. It's that truck and every truck he buys from now until age 65 that keeps him in car debt because he believes that payments are okay. See, when I saw that, now I'm not real smart, but when I saw that, I said, payments aren't okay anymore.
Right.
Now, again, he may see that and go, well, it's just... And if that's what he's going to do, honey, he ain't marriage material.
Okay.
If he's not willing to learn and grow and be smarter than he is now, if my wife had... My Lord, the 24-year-old Dave Ramsey, you wouldn't even want to meet him. He was awful. You know, if one of my daughters had wanted to go out with the 22-year-old version of Dave Ramsey, I wouldn't have let them. But the good news... But the good news is I didn't quit there. I started out redneck hillbilly, without a doubt. Still am in a lot of ways, and I'm proud of that. But I didn't quit learning, and I didn't get stuck. And so if he's stuck on this, if he's stuck on stupid, then you know he ain't marriage material. You follow me?
Yes, I do.
So hopefully he's willing to learn and be convinced. I'll send you a copy of a book for the two of you to look at. It's called The Total Money Makeover, and it covers some of the stuff you and I were just talking about and shows you how to do that. But my grandmother had a saying, Lacey, she said, those convinced against their will are of the same opinion still. Some people can't be convinced. And then you just have to decide, you know, how much interaction you're going to have with someone who can't be convinced. And I'm not going to try to convince some people of some things. I don't have time. I got plenty of people that want to learn that I can help. And you do too.